In a world dominated by technological advancements and ever-changing societies, people are becoming more connected through social media. Geography is no longer a limitation in the world that separates people, cultures, and ideas. Rather, due to social media advancements, society is more interconnected as ever. In this video, we are going to explore the influence of social media of strong and weak ties on our society using the works of Mark Granovetter, Sherry Turkle, and Zainab Tufekci.
Mark Granovetter originally analyzed the strength of weak ties in the pre-digital era when discussing job findings. Granovetter argued that establishing weak ties when looking for a job is more effective because people would hear more about the different jobs from a broader network rather than consulting with the close acquaintances they have in their personal circle. In his paper, The Strength of Weak Ties, Granovetter states that individuals with few weak ties will be deprived of information from distant parts of the social system, and this deprivation will not only insulate them from the latest ideas and fashions, but may put them in disadvantaged positions. Since Granovetter has written this paper, social media and the digital sphere have significantly changed how we interact with our strong and weak ties.
Our society today is encapsulated by the network public sphere, which Tufekci defines through her work in Twitter and Teargas. In her paper, she discusses how our technology-driven society has led to the public sphere, both online and offline, to interact amongst each other. Only a segment of the population needs to be connected digitally for social media to affect the entire environment. A majority of these weak ties are created and maintained through the use of this network public sphere as people share their ideas and beliefs with each other. Tufekci discusses the success of social movements and protests and credits their success to the weak ties created on social media platforms as people are exposed to new ideas and events through the digital network. We interviewed USC students to explore how weak ties on social media influence their lives.
So what are the top 3 apps that you use for social media?
It'd probably be Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter.
It would probably be Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat.
I would say Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook.
Alright, so I would say I would use Instagram the most, and then Snapchat, and then Twitter after that.
Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter.
And how many followers do you think you have on those 3?
On Instagram, probably like 650. I'm not sure about Snapchat, and I think Facebook's around 800.
Twitter, like 150 followers. Instagram, like 850.
On Twitter, I have 246 followers. Yes. And then on Instagram, I have 1,500.
So Instagram I have like 850-ish followers. Snapchat I probably have like 200 friends that I have on there, and then Twitter I have like 550 followers.
Well, they're all different. So it's like 1,000 on Instagram, like 200 on Snapchat, and like 1,000 on Facebook.
And how many of these followers or friends would you say that you're close enough to hang out with or see on a regular basis?
On a regular basis, I would say probably like 5 or less.
Probably about 75 of them.
Maybe like 20-ish.
Probably, I don't know, maybe around like 60 to 75.
Have you ever been influenced by new ideas or events through any of these platforms?
On Facebook, actually, I saw a post about the Women's March, and I actually ended up going with a couple friends.
A lot of times my friends will post about like different clubs and organizations they're in on campus, so I usually check them out from social media that way.
Yeah, I follow some smaller music artists and singers and stuff, and they always post about their shows, so I go and see those sometimes when they post about them.
There was a Rainn Wilson event that I attended on campus. He played Dwight Schrute in The Office, and he talked about spirituality and everything, and it was really dope.
Social media and the internet allows for the expansion of networks, but that comes at the expense of limiting the emotional potential that a relationship carries. The students in our video all demonstrated how weak ties function in this network community. The students also demonstrated how social media has allowed people to be loosely connected to others, but lack the intimacy of a true relationship. Out of their friends and followers on these platforms, they had a significantly less number of strong ties compared to their friends and follower count. This suggests how technology allows for a sense of community while discrediting the role of impassioned relationships. Sherry Turkle argues in her book, Alone Together, this concept, and explains how people tend to prefer weak ties over strong ties because there is less of an emotional obligation and commitment.
With the rise of technology, the world is more connected than ever, but also less emotionally involved with each other. Weak ties are beneficial because it allows people to expand their knowledge as they are influenced by technology and its users, yet this comes at the cost of loose emotional sentiments in a relationship.